Good morning, you guys. Feeling very cool with sunglasses on inside again. Wow, you're looking good.
Really when you get really itchy eye, you just want to itch it, but you can't, because it's your eye. No?
No?
You never get that, honestly.
An itchy eyeball?
Yeah, like right in.
Maybe, I don't know.
On the eyelashes.
Maybe, I can't say I've ever recognised that. Guys, we're going today. What is up with you this morning?
Oh, recommendation.
Oh yeah, she's become, I didn't even know Stacy could read, and now she's read 3 books this holiday, pretty much. She read Mrs. Hinch, and then also got a comment on Instagram from Mrs. Hinch, which is quite cool. You read, who was the other one? Come on.
How to Be an Overnight Success by Mrs. Verde.
And then what you read now?
This is Blood Sisters by Jane Corrie? Don't know. But anyway, I'm this much through and that took me 1 day.
Yeah, she's got like 10 pages left or something. It was just one of those books, you know, from like in reception. Sorry, I'm just looking at my hair. Looks like I've got a horrible comb over going on. In reception, they sometimes have like a pile of either lost and found and then books where you can take one and give one. Yeah, it was just from there. So she read that like yesterday while I was listening to about 3 Joe Rogan podcasts. I
nearly bought 3 books, but then I was like, no, I can't fit it in the suitcase, so it's not. And I won't read them. I won't read them on the floor.
And then you would definitely have read them.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we're spending another day by the pool, and then come 8 o'clock in the evening, we're going to go turtle watching. So that's going to be fun. That is going to be really good. I don't know what I don't know what to expect from that at all, because it's dark and you're not allowed to take lights. So I don't know. But I mean, last night and the night before it's been like a pretty much full moon. I don't know which day was the full moon. So I think it should be quite bright out there. So it's going to be good, man. I'm going to take this camera. I might take the GoPro as well, just in case. In case I can like stick it on top of one of the shells. Joking. It's a nice, oh, that was nice with the hat as well and everything. I love getting a nice little shot in the sun. We've been, speaking of shots, you know, yesterday, not yesterday, but the other day when we were at, wherever we had that dirty breakfast that was just like an egg and some dirty rice. Anyway, we were there and they do this thing called grog on the island, which is like, I don't even know what percent. Yeah, that's what they had. It's like some crazy horrible percentage drink that gets you wrecked. Like absinthe. Yeah, but like their local version with all manky juice in it and stuff. Oh, it was vile, it was thick, it stunk, and this guy who we were sharing the table with, him and his missus had a shot each, but she wouldn't do it, so he necked off these 2 shots. And I think he was a bit, I think he was a little bit worse for wear. He didn't look like he enjoyed it, did he?
They're only €1.
Yeah, €1 a shot with the bottles were like nothing, but that's just because they brew it there, I think. You know what I mean? I think it's like, not like they're importing it or anything.
Yeah.
Oh god, this place looks amazing in the sun. It looks amazing all the time actually, but what? Oh, I thought you sounded offended. You're like,
no,
oh!
I'm out of breath.
It's another lovely day. This morning it was cloudy again like yesterday, and we enjoyed a cloudy morning. And now I'm glad that the sun's come out, because I'm going to top my tan up a bit since I think we've got 4 full days left, which is crazy because it feels like we live here now.
Too much, guys.
Yeah, I think actually we just went for lunch and I'm just bloated.
And I can't walk after I eat here. That's it.
It's all very stodgy food, and cakes and potatoes and breads.
Every meal we're having cake. At breakfast, we have donuts.
We do. Yeah, fresh donuts and waffles and shizzle. Oh. Stacey's finished her 3rd book as well, so we just go and there's a little like towel place here, and they have a lot of books in there that I think you borrow and stuff. They must just find them by the loungers. So we're going to go and get her a book.
Yay.
You think? I'll choose you one that I think looks good. Little magazines as well.
Ooh.
Alright. Oh, they got more here than out the front, haven't they?
It's all German, I'm confused.
Oh yeah, some of these will be foreign, won't they?
What? These are.
Are they organised by language? Some old ones on the top. Some older looking things. Monty Python. Oh no, that's Monty Python in. I think that's one's name. Oh look at it. Oh, he's got some and he can see his skin. Hello, puss. It's quite a few hours later, guys. We've enjoyed another day just chilling by the pool, doing nothing but podcasts and Stacy reading now. It's about halfway through that book already. What did you pick up? What was it?
Believe Me.
Oh, okay.
By J.P.
Delaney.
Delaney?
I think so, yeah. So we were looking through that pile and there was really not very much English stuff there at all.
What was that?
There wasn't, was there really? And we found a few ones, like there was one about the tattooist from Auschwitz or something it was called, and I'm sure I've heard somebody talking about that before, and it's supposed to be good, I think. But then she saw this was a Sunday Times bestseller, and that was what best sold it for her. Anyway, I've tried to not get too many clips in the day today, because I want to keep this vlog fairly short. It's probably already really long, because I know I'm like. And we are just about to go for tea, and then go turtle spotting down on the beach.
I'm so excited.
Me too, me too. I really hope this isn't a letdown, but I don't think it will be. I think it'll be good. You know what's amazing, yeah? This. And the same as last year. Last year we went to Crete. And we didn't realise we got to the hotel that we were right by Santorini. So we went and had a day trip to Santorini, which was like amazing, once in a lifetime thing. We didn't even know there were turtles on the island until we got here.
And then, like, these are things that, like, when we went to Santorini, like, people from YouTube had just been, like, on, like, fancy trips, like Dior trips and stuff. And I saw it and I was like, wow, it's amazing. Then we went and they were like, oh, we're like here, we can actually go see what they saw. That's pretty cool. And then like we've seen this turtle thing on a beach on like programs. I thought that's so cool.
Yeah, I've always seen that and thought that was the kind of thing you'd never be able to go and do. I thought that was like you had to be part of like a conservation team to go and do it. It's crazy, really, isn't it? Once in a lifetime kind of thing again, really.
Like the government only let like 20 people a night go.
So it's
very like
very finite, yeah.
Yeah. So it's quite sad.
Very cool. I don't know what kind of turtles they are, or whether I think that they basically said not to expect to see any adult turtles. I think it's very unlikely that you'll see any, but you see shed loads of baby ones apparently. What are you looking at her? She looks confused.
I thought that we were seeing the turtles come out of the sea and lay the eggs. But we seen the babies.
I thought we were seeing the babies that were hatching going into the sea. But maybe not, because I think we're only at the start of the season. I don't really know. I don't know what we're seeing.
No.
But the way they said it was there are so many turtles that you got to watch where you step. So every time I get a clip, you'll go into the bog. So I don't know what we're going to see. So this is as much a surprise for us as it is for you guys as well. Although, like I said, I'm taking. That's why I'm wearing a jumper, because they said to wear dark clothing. So this is about as dark as I've got grey shorts to wear, but they're very informal. So I thought I'd better. So at dinner and stuff, sometimes they're a bit funny about things, aren't they? In some hotels. So I haven't worn them to dinner. I've got them in my bag. I've got the GoPro and the chest harness. So I'm going to see what the situation's like and whether it's going to be worth having a harness on or not. So we'll see what happens. Get a good clip of it, but it's a bit dark. The camera of it. So bumpy.
That's stock, so a flat tire.
It's a good start, isn't it?
Luckily, I noticed it the other day. They've got tyres on the top.
It's going to be quite interesting to watch, isn't it?
Look.
I don't think it's going to pick the stars up, is it? But they're absolutely amazing. It's a 50-minute drive from the hotel.
Oh, I wish you could see this. I'm really scared of this.
Oh guys, it's a few days later and I'm just editing this video and I realised that I never ended it because it's so annoying. We wasn't annoying, it had to be done, but we got there and like the reps had told us that that you're not allowed like bright lights or anything. Like I think I said that in the video actually, but she also said, oh, if you get a camera without a light on it, oh, if your camera's not that bright, you don't have a flash and stuff, you'll probably be alright. But we got there and it was like a conservation team that were running it, and so we had to go on this 45-minute journey in those 4x4s with the lights had been covered with a red film so that it wasn't bright, so it was kind of like we were on like some crazy army mission. We got the flat tire while we were there, which was quite fun. And then we got there and there were like no cameras at all, nothing at all, couldn't take anything out. And some other guy there had a GoPro as well, and he was thinking about it, and we both kind of said it would be just our luck that we'd have the sneakily getting the GoPro and it'd like start flashing or doing something crazy. So we couldn't get anything, we couldn't even take a single photo, couldn't get videos, nobody was allowed anything at all. It was properly like tight for just for the wildlife, just for conservation. So you know what I mean, can't argue with that. They were doing the right thing, weren't they, not letting you do it? Mm-hmm. So anyway, let's just give you a quick explanation of what happened. We got there and they split us up into 2 teams. There was like 20 of us, so two sets of 10 with a guide each.
Teams.
And there was like a few, like I say, it was a conservation thing, so some people had already gone out with walkie-talkies and they were finding the turtles, and what it was the mom turtles had come on the beach and they started digging their holes with the back flippers, and then by the time we went out to them, they were still digging their holes. And so you get to watch that, them digging the holes, and then them laying loads of eggs, like loads and loads of eggs, and then burying them and then heading back into the sea. So it was pretty much that. It was very cool. Our team, we kind of had, one person was allowed to touch the turtle, which was one of the women that was in the car with us. And he picked up one egg and showed it us and things like that, just like real conservative. But the other team, which was kind of, I don't think this was very good, because they shouldn't have probably been able to do this, but they all touched this turtle while it was giving birth, which seemed to be rough. And then they passed around an egg as well. So we didn't get to touch one, but I'm quite glad, because I think that's probably not right.
I wouldn't have wanted to.
Yeah, there's a baby in it. It's a bit weird.
A bit gross.
I don't think it's a bit gross. I think it's a bit like they're all like, oh, don't take, yeah, unethical, yeah, like don't take any photos, because, or don't even have your phone out because the light can disturb them, but let's pick up this egg and pass it around a group of people. Seems a bit.
Oh, why should I accidentally like
squished it?
Oh.
Because he was showing us, like, they, you know, they're like perfectly circular, aren't they, turtle eggs? And he was just holding it in his hand, and if he just rested his thumb on it, it left an imprint. Like, you know how, like, if you squeeze a ping pong ball, it leaves that kind of dent. It was like that, but him just resting his hand on it, because that's how soft they are, and yeah, it was amazing, really.
That's why they don't smash, because like she just gives birth to them and they just keep dropping down into this hole.
Because the hole's really deep because of how she dug the hole, and yeah, and then she buried them, and then heads off out into their loggerhead turtles. By the way, if you want to Google what one of those looks like, so you can get a gist of it. I think they said it was like 80 centimeters long, because they measure it and everything while they're there, and they put a chip in it if it hasn't already been chipped, but ours have been chipped. And it was quite amazing, to be honest. It was once in a lifetime. And then, because they came quite far onto the beach, then they have to find their way back. The reason you're not allowed lights is that it'll scare any other ones off that are potentially coming on, and you have to stay really low the whole time, so that when the turtles are in the sea looking out, they don't see you and then not come onto land. And yeah, because like they use the moon for finding their way back to the sea, so if you've got lights you can confuse them. I mean, if there's any light pollution nearby, they can get confused and go further onto land and get lost and die. So there's nothing in this area at all. And yeah, and then this turtle kind of was going the wrong way, and he had to the conservation guy has to kind of usher it in the right direction back to the sea. And he just plodded on back to the sea, and we just watched it go back in the sea. It's a big old turtle. It was cool. But the other team saw 3 turtles. We only saw 1. But we have been told by somebody else who's been doing some fishing here that there's a little place just off our hotel, not too far where you can go, and he's seen quite a few turtles just in the sea and stuff, so if we get a chance I think we're going to go and do that, but I'm not sure if we're going to get a chance. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. You can like, comment, subscribe down below, and I'm sorry that we couldn't actually show any turtles, because I really, really wanted to, so badly. I even secretly asked one of the people, like, you know, if my camera's not got any light at all, can I please just get a clip? And they were like, no, I'm really strict about it, and yeah, we weren't allowed.
Boo, boo, boo.
See you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.